Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and welcome to part 4 of evolving our alternate reality solar system from birth to death. So if you never last episode, definitely go ahead and check it out if you haven't seen that one already. Last episode, Mars, the inner worlds, they had their time in the sun. They had good temperatures. Mars was a very nice habitable world. But towards the end of the episode, we started to evolve the sun more, and in its current form, as you can see in the sky, it's a lot bigger and brighter, and Mars, it's just back to its normal desert state once more. If we look at it here, this is in the south. In the north, there's a few little patches of water left, as we can see here. Can we see it from there? You can see just in the distance there. Few little patch of water. That's all Mars has left now, as the sun is risen it to over 298 average. So the North Pole is the only bit of water left, as we can see there. That is literally the last water on Mars. So yeah, 297 average. If we look here, the hottest points go to over 300. Even the colder points are at 100 now. So this water is literally right on the end of its existence. Is it going to evaporate in front of us? Let's have a look. I mean, I don't think it's got much going left. It's not looking good, is it? See how the surface and lighting changing a bit, but yeah, I don't think that water's going to be being around much longer, I have to say. The temperature of Mars is getting pretty bad. So there you go. So Mars getting a bit of a greenhouse. Remember, this Mars is an alternate reality Mars, so it's got a way thicker atmosphere than normal Mars. So technically, this may spiral into a global greenhouse effect in today's episode. So we have Mars there, Theia, already in the global greenhouse kind of effect right now. It's pretty hot here as well. 480 Celsius here. This is our Theia's the only thing close to Venus in present day, in our reality. So yeah, this Theia is very, very wild. And yeah, it managed to survive the evolution of this solar system. Because right now, last episode, we reached pretty much stability in this solar system. Jupiter and Saturn cleared out all of the other stuff in the way. The inner planets, the inner three, Mercury, Venus, Earth, were ejected long ago. Theia and Mars are all that remains. Ceres on the outer edge as well, 218 here as well. So this had its time in the sun last video as well, but now it's just a giant thick atmosphere as well. As you can see underneath, nothing left of it. So poor old Ceres as well has had the same fate. The inner solar system is completely uninhabitable now. If we look further out, Jupiter is currently in the almost in the green of the sun, but for its own stats it isn't quite yet, but it's minus 68, warmed up, and everything further from Jupiter's still in the cold. So yeah, nothing looking very good here. If we look at the outer inner objects, we've got Pallas here, Vesta, even those guys are warm now, so yeah, not much going on here. So without further ado, we're going to continue the evolution. We have one object on the path of ejection as well, one of the dwarf worlds. So our main focus today is going to be on the outer rocky planets. Pluto, Eris are the ones I'm going to have my main attention on. We've got Triton in there technically as well. Pluto is the best haven now. The sun needs to be a lot more rapid for Pluto to receive its temperature, as it is still very dark. We turn the goggles on, you can see it a little better. But Pluto currently in the darkness. Although the sun is getting larger, we're still waiting for it. So here we are, a little view from Pluto. It's also receiving light from the Nemesis star in the depths out there as well. Where is Nemesis anyway? I can't even see it, but we're getting a bit of red light from it. Don't even know where Nemesis is. Where is Nemesis? Can't even see him. But it's out there somewhere. But if we look back at the sun, can we see the sun? Where is the sun? Where am I looking? Hang on, have I gone blind? Oh, there's the sun. I see the sun is really small still. If we turn the goggles off, get a bit of a better view of the sun. But Pluto's still in that frozen winter at the moment. Although despite being a lot larger than it normally is, it's a full-size planet in this circumstance. So Pluto still waiting its day here. So the sun is going to be our main focus for today as well, along with Pluto, because obviously this guy is going to be evolving pretty wild now. So we continue to evolve the system. Let's actually get some movement going. So here we go. So in the system, peak stability. Look, there's no changes there. Mars and Theia sorted themselves out. Their orbits are pretty perfect. Look, all fine there. Jupiter, Saturn, still a bit of wobble at Saturn, but they've mostly achieved stability. There's not much going on there. Neptune, further out, that object had literally no problems throughout the entire system. You can still see it's close to that Triton orbit, but it never did pick up Triton in the end, unless it does it today. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much more migration in the outer system. I think we're mostly at that now, apart from a few dwarf planets that could get ejected. I mean, we've got this one on the outer edge. The Nemesis star could pick it up and completely clear it out. Nemesis hasn't even aged because of how small it is. That star will literally be around for trillions of years compared to the sun, which will only last a couple billion. And there we go. I think that's the end of that dwarf planet. Don't think it's going to come back. Unless it will, maybe it will. Let's see if it loses its speed. But yeah, if Nemesis is there, it's going to get rid of it. So there we are. But anyway, the sun, obviously, will continue to save as we progress. Because we're going to start really rapid evolving the sun now. So we're going to go to 24 luminosity, radius. We're going to double it, getting bigger. And also, one thing I need to do as well is to tip one of the guys gave me in the Universal Sandbox team is to just keep collisions switched off and fragments off, because it stops the sun ejecting material and then reclaiming it and going all weird and messing up your orbits and stuff. So I've disabled those. So hopefully that will stop the sun from doing some weirder things, because this series definitely tests the game sometimes of how the stars function when we make them larger. So there we go. I'm hoping at Pluto, we're going to start to see a bit of warmth. We're not there yet. I mean, where is that zone? I mean, the zone's still covering the inner system. We still need a lot more temperature to reach Pluto to get over there. But again, the inner system, we'll keep viewing it as time progresses. But I think Theia, Mars, worlds of a forgone era now at this point, as they continue to increase. I mean, Mars getting into the high 300s at some part of its orbit now, because Mars's orbit still goes in and out a bit, so it does change a bit. But yeah, not looking good. So let's go zoom all the way in again. So it's pretty bright here as well. We'll add a bit of customization increase, we'll thicken it a bit more, give it more of that thick haze. Because this one is a much more atmosphere heavy Mars. I mean, if we compare it, let's have a look at its stats. What is it sitting at? Surface. Yeah, 46 ATM. That's quite thick. Not as thick as present day Venus, but it's a lot thicker than present day Earth at 46 times higher pressure. So, make a difference. Now, what am I saying thicker? It's pressure. Yeah. Well, whatever. So, let's continue. Oh, we're making it look thicker. Yeah. So, yeah, Mars, not looking great. Actually, one thing to do is to give it that global greenhouse effect, let's actually give it lymphoid layers. I'm going to double its atmosphere layers as well to really represent that greenhouse effect kicking in. And the global effect. There we go. Theia. I mean, this one's already increasing as well. This one was never hatable with oceans and stuff, really, was it? I mean, it did have some liquid, but not really much. So Theia, we're not going to alter. I think this one already has a lot of layers. Yeah, 16. So there we go. Ceres. Never really much that won't happen on there, but that's just completely covered up in cloud and atmosphere thickness anyway. So Mars increasing. Jupiter still at -30. Give it a bit more increase in time. Jupiter still in the negatives. So there we go. So again, we're just going to keep rapid evolving the sun now. Let's keep getting bigger and brighter. So there we go. So here it is without all of the glare. So again, if we look at it in AUs at the moment, we're not really much on the field yet. But again, I'm going to double up the radius. So it's now 0.01 AU. Luminosity, we're going to wrap it up to 48 now. There we go. So much rather increased. We're starting to get out to the Saturn region. Saturn sitting on the outside. Jupiter in the green now. So Jupiter is now in the positives and warming up. So there you go. Looking pretty good. Neptune, how are we doing over here? Still very cold. Okay. Theia and Mars, though. We're going to get very rapid temperatures now going on here. So let's increase. And yeah, the Martian surface is getting absolutely whitewashed now, going into the 700s at its closest part of the sun. I see the orbits of Mars. Mars's orbit's still a little tilted, isn't it? It's still wobbling around. So yeah, still a few changes there, because its orbits earlier were a little, they weren't crossing across each other. Mars and Theia, so they have slightly been modified since we started today. There we go. That dwarf object still hanging on out there. There we go. Pluto, Mars is still focused on that, -181. But yeah, the sun needs to be a lot more powerful for that still. So I'm going to continue rapid evolving the luminosity. Things are going to get pretty wild. We're going to go up to 192 now. Huge increase there. It's radius. I'm going to go up to 30 suns now. A little bit more. That dwarf object still hanging on in there. But yeah, we do need that rapid evolution now, since the orbits are mostly stable. There's not much to really evolve there at this point. So there we go. There we go. Pluto, still the focus, but still just too far away. I mean, let's have a look at its atmosphere. I mean, it's... What was it in ATM? I mean, it's... still slightly changed, isn't it? I mean, we'll give it a bit more, because we never really did customise it when we first put it. I want it around 0.8. Not 7. 0.8. Thank you. There you go. That's more like it. Just a little buff to it, just to help it out in the long run. Where is Iris as well? What did Iris have? I don't know if I ever modified. 130. What? Iris. Okay. I mean, right. I'm not sure how that's. What is Iris made of? What do we give it? Methane. Methane. Ammonia. Doesn't even have carbon dioxide on it. So yeah, very interesting composition at Iris. But there we go. But yeah, Pluto. I did want to give that a bit of a buff. Because, yeah, I can't remember what I gave it when I formed the system, but I did want it more than what it had anyway, so there we go. So hopefully Pluto, give a bit more of a temperature out of it now. We look at the inner system now, it's just hot rocks everywhere. I mean, I think everything out to Pallas is going to be pretty warm now. Yeah, there you go. Jupiter. 137 at Jupiter now. Saturn in the positives as well now. But that was a huge jump out from Saturn to Neptune. That was a massive increase. So, I mean, Saturn's what, 10 AU? Neptune is what, 20 for it's over double. Yeah, Saturn's oh yeah, that's a big jump from Saturn to Neptune there. Okay, let's continue. There's still a bit of wobble, but I mean, the system always did have that. So there you go. Let's see. Okay, yeah. But Neptune's getting a bit minus 100. What's Saturn now? Minus 80. Okay. Oh, it does change where it is in its orbit. Closer, it goes up to 36 and it slings down again because Saturn has quite a big closer and outer region at 10 to 12, 8 to 12 there. Semi-major axis is 10, which is roughly sort of average, and then parameter and apocenter the two for closest and furthest points. So there you go. How are we doing here? Mars. Oh yeah. 1,000 at Mars now. 1,200 at Theia there. Ceres 700. Vesta 600. Jupiter 134. Yeah, we're really seeing the rapid growth now. Okay. Again, the sun. We're going to make you larger. So where are we? So AU 0.1. We're going to go to maybe 0.19. There you go. Luminosity. We're going to go up to 384 now on the sun. So we're seeing some pretty big growth. The zone is covering into the Pluto area now. Is it going to see much yet? No. Pluto still needs a bit more going on for it. How reflective is it? Let's see. 50. I'm going to lower that a bit now. A bit more of a... Just a bit more. There we go. Help out in the long run. So we want to see... I want to see that habitable Pluto before the sun's death. Ideally, would be nice. There we go. Okay, everyone. In a better state now. The sun sitting at 1,200. And Pluto is finally coming into play. We can see it started to melt down here. So we go. It's still at minus 40. But as we can see, there is liquid oceans on that surface. Let's have a closer zoom in here. There it is, Pluto. The world has been frozen for the entire history of this system. Finally given us some action and has warmed up. Similarity though is completely zero. But, you know, it's got the oceans. It's got the oceans. If we look at the other dwarf planets as well, Triton, 89. It had a little patch of water there. Let's see if that is that appear or change. Or let's see. Let's just have a bit of runtime. There's Triton, though. The Triton also. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Ah. So a bit of ocean there. Where's Eris? The only other large object out here. 40 degrees at Eris there. There you go. Look underneath the atmosphere. There is no surface liquid, unfortunately. I don't think this one had the right elements. Yeah, the methane. Oh, that does a bit of water, didn't it? But yeah, no Eris. No liquid oceans on Eris. Well, it says there's liquid water on it. Maybe we just need to turn that up a bit. There you go. Oh, we just needed to increase the button. There you go. So there's some liquid on it. Hey, there you go. Okay. As for the inner system, Mars, Theia, they're pretty skyrocketing, aren't they? Oh yeah. You know what one thing we should do? Magnetic field. Shut down on Mars, Theia. Shut them down. Ceres, the other one. This one had one as well. Shut them all down. There we go. Ceres. Yeah, that's already lost it. Okay. I don't know if we ever had it, actually. So we've wiped their magnetic fields out. Let's see if that, erodes their, destroys their atmospheres more. We'll see. But there you go. Naturally, it should. Don't know if the game will simulate it. But yeah, those atmospheres will be pretty wrecked. Oh, and we also... yeah, he's gone. Ejected. There you go. So now we're pretty close to the death of the system. Well, for one of the stars, anyway. So there you go. I mean, we're going to double it up more. I mean, we'll be careful here. Now this is where things get dangerous. That Theia is going to be sitting right on the edge. I mean, where is Theia? It's sitting at... It's over an AU away, actually. So technically, Theia should be able to... I don't think Theia will get engulfed from that. There we go. But one thing we're going to do, the sun. I'm going to lower the mass a bit. We're going to go to 0.98 suns. Because obviously it's a red giant. It's losing mass. So we're going to lower it. And that's going to change our orbits a little bit. There you go. Could cause a bit more instability with the Jupiter and Saturn orbits out there, with the sun losing its pull. And Nemesis already trying to take advantage. Nemesis trying to grapple those outer objects as the sun's losing mass. It's losing its gravitational pull. Nemesis, therefore, is becoming a stronger threat in that outer region. So technically, the red giant sun, the Nemesis, could be coming in here for the kill. Trying to pick up any of those objects on its outer regions there. Look, ooh. Nemesis having that could have that impact. There you go. And there you are. Okay, luminosity. I'm going to go to about 2100 now. We're going to go to peak sun power. I'm going to go to 0.8 AU sun. There you go. Maximum size. Pretty much a red giant sun. I don't think we're going to get much more out of it. So there you go. Looks like disabling the particles and collisions has definitely helped us here. There we go. I'm going to lower the mass once more. We're going to go 0.95 sun. So it's 5% less mass loss. Plop that in. There we go. It did change our radius a little bit. Okay, fine. That's still very bright. But let's see if Nemesis can steal anything on the end of this system's life. So there we go. Before the sun goes white dwarf mode. So there you go. Does that create any more instability with the orbits? It looks like now Jupiter and Saturn are still holding on there. I don't think Nemesis can pick up anything. I don't know. The sun's still got a way bigger pull than it. But is it going to steal? No. Doesn't think like it wants to. Look how far away the luminosity zone is though. That's almost Nemesis is in the liminal zone of the sun. It's only think orbiting Nemesis to get warmth from the sun at this point. Neptune, now we're doing it. 56 degrees. Pluto, past its, well, still cold apparently. Okay. Pluto's got some very weird characteristics, but there it is. So even at like the maximum of the sun's luminosity, Pluto's still not really getting much going, is it? I think we just had the wrong composition for it and the wrong orbit. It was very far away anyway, wasn't it? Eris, 97 at Eris. Triton, 121. So Pluto really just had the bad end of the stick with what we built it with. So there you go. But yeah, the sun, peak red giant. I mean, if we just turn off the oh yeah, there you go. So if we look from say Pluto's perspective now at the red giant, oh look at that how bright is that? There you go, reaching all the light from there. There you go. Let's have a little land on the Pluto surface here. There you go. That is your red giant sun in the sky there. Ooh. Yeah, we should have slowed it down first. There you go. So in the far depths of Pluto in the solar system, you've got the red giant sun brightening it all up. So there you go. Looking good. Haha. Very nice. But not for the inner planets. If we go back to Mars, in the inner region here, where is it? Theia as well. Oh yeah. Look how bright they are. Those worlds are completely ruined. There it is. In orbit of that monster. And Mars, not much further away, but there it is. Also a world for bygone age. There you go, in the complete brightness of the sun there. Jupiter. Well, yeah, safer distance out, but still receiving very high brightness. I mean, look at that with on and off. Huge, reflecting all that light back at Jupiter. There you go. Whoa, that's a huge, huge thing there. Can we block the sun out? Here we can. There you go. That's a huge, huge star. There we go. We knew from Jupiter's perspective. Look how big that is. And that's pretty big. Got 1 AU distance, or almost 1 AU in size, sorry. So there you go. Sun, out for the kill. There you go. And then the system is in its pretty much last state at this point. We're not going to get much bigger than that, I don't think. We can, for a bit of fantasy, we can push the luminosity maybe 3,000. Maybe not so realistic, but we'll put it to 3,000. And then we'll continue with the mass loss. Let's see how high we can actually plump the sun. No idea how high it will let us go it. Again, we'll throw in a save here. Let's try and get some engulfing. Let's say this sun evolves far past the 1 AU region. Let's get at least one engulfed object. So let's continue. Let's lock the mass. Can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. And engulf that Mars. It looks like Mars may be the first one to go here. I don't know. Its orbit does cut in past Theia's again. Let's continue the evolution of the sun. There we go. Getting bigger. That could be the end of Mars on the depth charge there. Is it going to make it? No, oh, it did. Continue. 1 AU now. Past the orbit of the Earth in the present day system. In our reality. There we go. Mars. Gone. Oh, no, it didn't go. Oh, how did that orbit's just briefly cutting past. I mean, how close is it getting? Let's have a little look at this. Let's see this in action. There you go. Right. Oh. Oh, yeah, I have collisions disabled. So, yeah, Mars engulfed. Have to do it manually, don't we? So, there you go. Mars is gone. I was going to say, that didn't look quite right. There you are. Theia on the edge of it as well. But Mars destroyed first, despite being the further out of the two planets. There you are. Sun, again, we'll lower it down to 0.91 mass of Sun. So it did lose a bit of size there. But there you go, that is the final evolution we're going to do. The Sun is not getting any bigger than that. There you go. I don't know if the Nemesis is going to try and steal anything. But there it is. So in the very, very end of its life, the system. There you go, Pluto. I mean, what's Pluto looking at now with the... Oh yeah, that 3,000 luminosity sun really gave Pluto the kick it needed, eh? But no life likelihood ever appeared on Pluto for an unknown reason. Maybe it didn't have enough mass. There you go. And that is it for this system. So we now need to do the white dwarf process. We need to replace that sun with a white dwarf. So may have to make one manually quickly. Actually, let's see how much mass does. Where are we? Where's our good old friend? Do we always use Sirius B? That has a mass of 0.97. So okay, that should ideally be enough for it. Actually, let's go ahead and just plonk one there. I need to quickly just modify that. So what's our sun? So our sun is 0.9. So I'm going to put this down to 0.89, I guess. There we go. Oh, then quickly let's call it white dwarf. I need a new white dwarf template anyway. So that's oops, be good to spell it right. Save that as a template, and then we need to replace the sun with that white dwarf. So there we go. So get rid of it. There we go. And then simply replace it with the white dwarf, as we can't manually simulate the destruction. So there we go. Oh, and that'll rejiggle our system a bit. There we go. Alright, there we go. So slow down time a quick, because this could be a pretty rapid. I'm not going to do an explosion here, because, you know, technically, you know, Planetary Nebula wouldn't be so different. I mean, maybe we have to manually destroy the inner planets. I don't know, but there you go. So this one's not going to be a Nova. We normally be using Nova, but this time I'll just do it a little different. So, because I know some people don't like using the Nova. So press play, and there you go. And everyone's going to cool down real fast, as the sun has now become a white dwarf. There we go. Very good. Actually, one thing I do as well is just slowly use a bit more mass as it becomes a white dwarf, just to create a little more instability. So there we go. So it doesn't have to be the exact same as Sirius B, but there you go. So that has created a massive loss of mass. See how the orbits change here, because Jupiter, Nemesis in particular, could start messing up orbits here. As this system, you know, still with that Nemesis out there, could in theory still create some issues. But there you go. Now the stability of the system is completely wrecked with the sun's death. The mass of the sun is gone. The sun's pull has been destroyed. So Nemesis is now clearing up some of those dwarf planets in the outer region. Nemesis, there we go. Jupiter and Saturn's orbits have been destabilised by the sun's loss, or the pull of the sun being lost. So, you know, normally this system's over, but because we still have a second star in here, this system can technically continue with the white dwarf. And let's just see how much longer we can go. Look at that. Oh, Pluto. What's going on with Pluto? Whoa. Pluto's gone. We've lost it. Ejected. Nemesis is coming in for the absolute destruction here. Saturn, we've lost Saturn as well. The other gas giant. Wrecked. The inner system. Completely destroyed. Jupiter's getting in there. Look at Jupiter. Destroying everything in there. Jupiter and Saturn may have... I don't know, did Jupiter get slung closer or something? I mean, oh dear. The absolute wreckage. As soon as the sun's pull is destroyed, the other objects start having a way more powerful presence. And as you can see immediately, death of the sun has caused chaos of stability. The once stable system has been ruined. Look at this. Saturn is gone. Thea's gone as well. I mean, that probably would have been destroyed anyway. There we go. Look at that. We've lost Curio. Another one of the dwarf worlds gone. But yeah, the Nemesis created a true pain and suffering for everything. Taking over and causing absolute carnage. Because that, again, that red dwarf, I'm not going to bother simulating the future of this, because it would be trillions and trillions of years, and all it would do is just slowly fade out without really... It wouldn't blow up or anything. It would just slowly shrink into nothingness, really. I mean, red dwarf, I mean, technically we don't know. We've never seen a red dwarf age because they're not old enough. There's no dead red dwarfs out there, as they're still existing in the present day in our reality. So yeah, I think the theory is it will just become, what's it, a blue? Is it a blue dwarf? It will just phase down, get a little hollow, and just nothing really. Is it something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head. But again, it's all theory. We don't know. There you go. With enough evolved time, look at the state of that. I mean, that is just... I don't know what's going to survive. I mean, ejections, absolutely, the whole system is wrecked. I mean, if we just delete the ejected stuff, let's just see what actually remains. I mean, Jupiter orbiting the white dwarf. I think that's mainly it may just be a triple system with Jupiter, white dwarf, and maybe Neptune hanging on in there, maybe in the outer region. But there you go. It's not a pretty sight of all the... So the Kuiper Belt stuff got completely obliterated as soon as the stability of the sun was ruined. So there you go. Look at that. What remains? I think Triton. We've lost Triton as well. That's gone. What is the green one? Pluto, that's gone. Yeah, we lost that. We lost another dwarf world. Vesta's gone. So this is what remains now. Jupiter, Neptune. Yeah, it's all the big mass objects. Yeah. And I'm guessing these last 2 or 3 dwarf worlds aren't going to be around much longer as well. And look how far Nemesis has slung out these things. I mean, they're completely ruined. And then Jupiter, Neptune, the last 2 objects. So Neptune survived all of that. All of that. And what's that? Yeah, Jupiter. All of that. Nemesis and yeah, Neptune. Oh, what a ride this one's been. So Jupiter just going to orbit that white dwarf indefinitely. Yeah, Jupiter's orbit was altered by Saturn's ejection or whatever happened. Plus the sun pushing them out a bit and losing mass and stuff. So yeah, their orbits were destabilising anyway. And there you go, Nemesis. The white dwarf pull of the sun should in theory still be stronger than Nemesis, which it is. And there you go. So those ejected rocky worlds, I mean, I don't think they're coming back. Let's just, yeah, I don't know, but it'll make our simulation speed up a bit more. And there you go. I mean, so it becomes a 3-way system, I think, or 4-way system. I think that's how it'll keep going for. Yeah, all the small stuff was ejected, and it's just Jupiter, Neptune left. You can see Neptune's orbit's being pulled a bit by the Nemesis. Maybe that'll get ejected eventually as well. I reckon it will. Yeah, it was going to go, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, Nemesis. Nemesis isn't going to take kindly to imposters in its area. Yeah, Neptune is going to get ruined. Jupiter, it's just going to be the trio by the end of this. Neptune. The world that's been stable for so many billions of years at this point, eventually got the banhammer, I think, and it's gone. Oh, it is gone. That's never coming back. And that is your remaining system. So all the 3 dominant objects. Remains of the Sun, largest gas giant, and then the Nemesis in the depths. And that is how the system will go on for eternity at this point. With stuff fading down, eventually it all just fades to nothingness. Decaying orbits. But that will take a huge amount of time. So we're going to finish our story there for this system, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments as well. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more, help on the journey to 50,000 subscribers as well. Let's see if we can go for 200 likes for the death of the solar system today here as well. Jupiter being the overall only surviving object, as you can see. In the very faint glare of the white dwarf, as you can see. Still that red glow of Nemesis slowly behind it. Very scary stuff. There's the white dwarf. And the Nemesis in the depths over there. Oh yeah. The red demon in the sky. So there you go. But yeah, hope you all, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, make sure you guys all have a great day out there. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.